Ciao a tutti and welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to talk about why it is important to get along with your Italian mother-in-law. I guess this can just go, just generally you can use this, but of course I'm in Italy, so I'm going to say Italian mother. So before I lived in Italy, I did hear a lot of things about the Italian mother-in-law. Some of them positive and some of them not so positive. A lot of them was like, oh, they're going to be on your case. There's this, there's that, there's this. Luckily, and I thank God that I don't have that problem with my boyfriend's family or my boyfriend's mother-in-law. She is wonderful. But I know and I've met some people where things are a little bit different. Their mother-in-law just doesn't like them. And even I think throughout the world, mother-in-laws have a kind of like a negative viewpoint surrounding them. Does that make sense? There's some negativity surrounding them, like they can be horrible, they can be this, can be that, can be this, blah, 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 blah. But anyway, so why? Why is it important, guys? For obvious reasons, because you want an easy life, number one. Number two, you will be seeing your Italian mother-in-law a hell of a lot. If your Italian mother-in-law lives in your city, you will be seeing her a lot. And even if she doesn't live in your city, for example, some Italians move up from the south to the north for work, and maybe your partner is living in the north of Italy and the parents are from in the south. But if you have a baby or there's some occasion or something happens, they will try to see their son or child, I should say, as much as possible. So you will be seeing them. And if you're not seeing them, you will be speaking to them, or you will be video calling them, because that's just how it goes, guys. All right, so I'm sure number two, you've heard of the mama's boys. And is it offensive if I say that I can definitely see a lot? I can see why people say that, there's the mama's boy. I can see why people can say that Italian men can be mother's boys. They love their moms, guys. And I know everybody loves their moms, but I just feel like, what can I say? If you watch my video, one of my videos back when I spoke about Italian people leaving home late or later, and some leaving in their 30s, maybe early 30s or whatever, that's more than, for example, a person in England would stay at home, right? So this Italian person, this Italian man, let's call it a man, this Italian man, the Italian man versus the UK man has more kind of like involvement, movement in their parents' life for a longer period of time, whereas the man in England, he moved out of his parents' house maybe at, let's say, I won't say 18, but it's very possible. Let's say at 20 years old. He moved out at 20. And he left and he rented his own place, and he's been independent from his parents all that time, independent from money, independent from whatever. Whereas maybe you might meet the Italian man who is possibly still in his 30s, early 30s, and still at home. So guess what? They've had all that time. They had all that time with their family, with their mom's involvement in and out. Whereas it's just not okay. I've been in my mom's life for 20 years, as opposed to I've been around my mom for 32 years. So you can see how they can become mama's boys, and they get used to their mom's routine, into their way past their adolescence, into their adult life, and then they can kind of like, they can be gelling, and this is what we can have. We can have the mama's boys. They like their mom does things for them, and they like the way that things are done by their moms, and that's it. So yeah, expect them to be mama's boys. Expect them to maybe ask their mom's opinions on things, and ask for their mum's recipes or ask their mum to make something. Mum is life. They really value their mum. They do. And they value their mum's cooking, their mum's, nurturing. They do. They value it a lot. I remember when I was dating an Italian guy who lived in London, and he spoke to his mum sent him a message every single day. Good morning and two messages. Good morning and good night every single day. And for me, I'm not saying that it doesn't exist anywhere else in the world. Of course it does. I'm sure it does, but it's not as common with anybody else. This is not as common. I'm just going to say that. Good morning, good night, always voice timing, always. I could feel, I've never met the mom, but I could feel that kind of connection, that kind of bond. They have it there. Number 3, my own point number 3, she cooks. She cooks and she'll be making you a hell of a lot of food, and she's going to be around cooking and giving you her Italian dishes and dropping them off. I'm very fortunate that we get a lot of Italian dishes. Whether we ask them or we don't ask them, we get them. They're on my boyfriend and I are on my mother-in-law's mind when she's cooking, and it's beautiful. So it's important to get along with her because you're going to be tasting her food. I love it. All right, another one would be here in Italy. You'll find that if you have a child, the grandparents take the lead, but they have a strong. I really can't get my words out today. They have a strong role in raising your child with you, I would say. When I worked at the school, I noticed I only saw the grandparents. Grandparents collected them and dropped them to school. If you're out in the daytime and you're walking around, it's always grandparents are with the kids, and sometimes it's just so beautiful to see the grandkids are keeping their grandparents young, and there's no kind of it's not hidden. The fact is, it's not hidden that the parents take a strong role. Grandparents take a strong role in raising the kids. Why? It's because also childcare is quite expensive, and just because of the economic situation, maybe it's not, 2 people have to work as opposed to 1 person if you want a certain quality of life. And also it's difficult if you do work to be paying out all that money onto childcare, because childcare can also be expensive. So this is another reason why it's important to get along with your Italian mother-in-law or your Italian in-law, mother-in-law. It's because she's going to be looking after your child, your children, blah, blah, blah. And another reason is you will need her for certain things, especially if you're still new. Even if you've been in the country for 5 years, 6 years, 3 years, 2 years, it's important to, put your best foot forward when meeting her, I would say. And just know that you will need her for maybe, I'll say, womanly things. You might need her for advice on finding a gynecologist, on doing this, doing that. I don't want to put into a box of what womanly things are, but you'll need her for those type of touches, or you will need her for those nice things. And it's also, next point is also to have somebody if you like shopping like I do, to go shopping with somebody, to buy gifts, to buy clothes, to buy dresses when the seasons change, to buy things for the home. It's just nice to have your Italian mother-in-law to do those things. And generally, the Italian mother-in-laws, or just family, extended family, your boyfriend's extended family, generally tend to live in close proximity. So you might find that, I've seen this a lot actually, where one family live on the ground floor, one live above, mom might live next door. I've seen that a lot, where a family can have 3 apartments in a building. In fact, even my neighbor, she lives across from me and her son lives just above me. And where I used to live, where I used to rent, the apartment that I rented was my landlord's apartment. She rented it out to me, but she lived literally next door. And then above me, her son lived up there. So that can possibly happen. If you move into that apartment, you're going to be in close proximity. I'm in close proximity to my boyfriend's family, parents, maybe a 10-minute walk. So very, very close by. So this is another reason why it's important to be on good terms with your Italian mother-in-law. What I found really nice is this. My boyfriend said to me, oh, talk to my mom and try to learn some of the recipes that she has, so that you know how to do it, how to do some of these things, so it's kind of passed down. And his mom taught me, his nonna had a recipe book, and she taught me some of the things from the recipe book, which I thought was very, very cute, to be passing down those recipes. The next point is, I believe that if you don't get along with your Italian mother-in-law, you're not really going to win, because that's his mom. Unless he has a dysfunctional relationship with his mom, which I seldom see, you're not going to win. So you need to try to make as much effort as possible to cultivate, to grow, to nourish that relationship as much as possible. And I think if you have this type of dysfunction, if you have like some problems with the mom or something like that, I can honestly say I think that you will lose a lot of points with your Italian boyfriend or your Italian husband, whatever. You definitely lose a lot of points, because, as I said, they really value their mom a lot. There was a YouTube video, I don't know, I came across it with Italian families and also US family, and about they asked them questions. They interviewed Italian mothers and American mothers, and their children have got to a certain age. And the interviewer asked them questions like, would you tell your child to leave home? The Italian mom was like, no, never, never, never. And the American woman was like, yeah, my kids knew that they had to leave home at a certain time. Would you do this? It was really, really, really sad. If I can find that interview, I'll put it down, because that just describes the Italian mom. I don't think, I don't know. I don't want to make any stereotypes, but they don't seem to be the type of people that would be like, you need to leave the house now, go. You need to get a job. You need to be They don't seem to be like on their children, like boom, 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 boom. It's kind of like a very soft, nurturing approach. This is what I found anyway. Right, guys, I think that's it for the video. I don't have anything else to add. I just believe that your boyfriend will appreciate, or your husband will appreciate, that you get along with his parents, and just kind of like when first meeting, because the first meeting is obviously important. When first meeting them, put your best foot forward. Just act appropriately. Do some maybe a little bit of research on the culture. Dress appropriately. Don't be drunk and disorderly on the first meeting, because it's likely that you're going to go for a meal when you first meet them. Drink, don't overdrink and overdo yourself. Just be calm, okay? Just be calm, and everything will be okay. Well, guys, thank you for watching this video. And do you have anything to add? Tell me what you think I've missed off the list of why you think it's important to get along with your Italian mother-in-law. And like I said, it's important to get along with all mother-in-laws and whatever. But I'm in Italy, so I talk about Italy. All right, guys, thank you for watching this video, and ciao. Ciao.